Hi guys, this is going to be the tutorial that's going to show you how to make this lacy flower stitch. And to do this pattern, I recommend to do it with thinner yarn. These lacy crochet projects always look better when they're done with finer yarn. They look much tighter, and this just looks pretty bulky. The original picture that I saw on this, the lady had like a pearl in the center of all her flowers. And I can see now why, because it's got kind of a hole there in the middle. Because if you can see at the top, you do the bottom and the side petals on one row, and then the next row you finish it with the other two. Which it can be just fine. I mean, if you want to go back in here later on and put something in the center, you're more than welcome to do so. But I still think it kind of looks nice just the way it is, even though it doesn't look as nice with the pearls in it. I also noticed on this pattern that it pulls at the beginning, so I would definitely recommend getting more of a base beginning or putting a border around it. So if you're going to make this set of curtains or a shawl, I would definitely recommend going around when you're done with the whole project, just to make the sides a little bit more even. But if it's a tablecloth or something like that, it probably won't matter so much. But this is so pretty, and I thought it could be used for a blouse or anything like that. I thought, okay, let's go ahead and do this because it is unique. So to do this, I use wash weight yarn, and the appropriate hook for wash weight yarn is a 5mm hook or size H hook. But like I said, I'd recommend using thinner and then use the appropriate hook that you need for that. The multiples of this stitch is 11 plus 2. And what that means is that you're just going to chain in sets of 11, 11, 11, 11 until your project is as wide as you want it. And then when you're ready to begin, chain 2 more, and then you can start. Okay. For my project here, I went ahead and chained 35. So I did my sets of 11, 11, 11, 11, and then I'm ready to start. So I just did a chain of 2 more. So I have a total of 35. So to begin row 1, you want to skip over 9 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So in the 10th chain from the hook, you want to work a triple crochet. So yarn over twice, or in British terms they call it treble crochet. So you yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Then chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then working in that same chain, you're going to do another triple crochet. 1, 2, 3. It's just like a double crochet, only you do it one more time, so then you have two more loops that you have to go through. So then we want to go ahead and chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And there's going to be 2 types of clusters in this pattern. One is going to be the half cluster, and then the other one's going to be a whole cluster. This one is going to be a half cluster. I call it that because it begins with the first of chains, so you're doing less. So the first cluster you'll have to chain 5. You want to yarn over twice. Then you're going to go into that triple crochet that you just did. So find a spot. Usually there's a stitch on the side or someone on the side here that I use to go in, but find a good solid area and pull up a loop and do your triple crochet, but only pull through 1, 2 sets. Before you finish off your triple crochet, your very last set, leave that one on your hook. Yarn over, go into that same place that you just did a second ago, pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, leaving that last one. Now you should have 3 loops on your hook on these half clusters. So you'll pull through all 3 loops. And that's going to be your first petal of your flower. That's going to be the side petal. So I'll show you here. One of these. So we're about to finish, or do the second petal now. So you want to skip over 1, 2, 2 chains. So find here where you did your triple crochet, your triple crochet, chain 5 triple crochet on the same chain. Now you want to count over 2, 1, 2, and in this third chain here, you're going to be doing a full cluster. Yarn over twice, go into that chain, and you'll do your triple crochet, but don't pull to finish it off. You'll do that 2 more times, 3 times in total. And you're going into that same stitch. So this time you should have 4 loops on your hook. Let me get a little closer here. See, this is our V. We did all in the same stitch. Skip 2, put 3 unworked triple crochets in the same stitch. Then yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. Then you want to skip over 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4. In this 5th chain, you're going to work the exact same cluster again. So yarn over twice, pull through 2, leave the last loop on your hook, go in the same stitch, pull through 2, then do that one more time. 4 loops on your hook, pull through all 4 loops. Let me back out just a little bit here. Now we're going to do our next side petal here. And to do that, right from this last triple crochet cluster that you did, we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, we're going to have to go right back into the same stitch, though this one will be a lot easier because it already has kind of a stitch right there at the top. So we're going to use this stitch and we're going to put our first triple crochet. But remember, pull through 2, leave that last loop on your hook, then do that one more time. 3 loops on your hook, pull through all 3 loops, and that gives you your other petal. Now we're going to skip 2 again. So find this is the chain we were in. So count 1, 2, and this chain, we're going to be working another one of our V stitches here. So it's going to be a full triple crochet, chain 5, then a full triple crochet, all worked in the same stitch. So 1, 2, and this one. Now you don't have to leave the last loop on your hook here, you just do the whole triple crochet. Then chain 5, yarn over twice, go into that same stitch, and then do another full triple crochet. And that is basically the repeat. You're here, right here at the beginning is right here where at the end of this we chained 5 to make our first petal, and that's exactly what we're going to do now. We're going to chain 5 and do our half triple crochet cluster there, and then we're going to continue down the whole row, and then I will show you how to finish a row, your row. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, you would just want to find some place to put your triple crochet in this. It's not going to be in the actual top of the stitch of the triple crochet. It's going to be like right under it, like in the triple crochet itself. And that's what you'll have to find a place to put your next triple crochet, to put your cluster. So once you have your 2 triple crochets undone and your chain of 5, you'll pull through all 3. And then again, you're going to want to skip 2 stitches. Just make sure, yes, 2 stitches, and make your next big petal. Then 4 chains, then make your next big petal. And then from that petal, you'll make your next petal. So you're about to do these bottom ones right now. So continue on the repeat, and then I'll see you at the end, and I'll show you how to end your row. Okay, when you get to the end of your row and you finish your last set of flower and your V-stitch here, you should have 3 chains left, which is perfect. You want to skip the last 2 chains and put 1 triple crochet in this very last stitch. But before you do that, as soon as you got done with your V-stitch, you need to chain 1. So we just got done with our V-stitch, chain 1, and then triple crochet in the last chain to end row 1. And that's what it looks like. Now for row 2, we're going to want to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So chain 10 and turn. Now we're going to find the middle. This is our V-stitch here. We have our chain of 5 on top. So we want to find that middle of the chain 5. So you'll have 2 chains on either side. And to do a single crochet in that chain. Then you want to chain 7, sorry, just a second. Then you want to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And this is where we're going to start the 2 top petals of our flower. To do that, you're going to be doing full triple crochet clusters worked in the center. As you can see, they all have the center of the flower. So we're going to be working in that center stitch. So yarn over twice, find that center of the flower, and we're going to start our triple crochet cluster, pulling through the first 2 sets of loops, leaving that last set on your hook until you've gotten 3 triple crochets. Pull through all 4 loops, then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then repeat your triple crochet cluster again, worked in that same loop. Let me get a little closer. I feel like I'm too far away. Into that same center of the flower. Then you've got 3. Pull through all 4 loops, and then you'll chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And again, you're going to come over into your V-stitch area here where you have your chain 5. You're going to find that center chain, and you're going to do a single crochet. And then that's the end of the repeat. This is where we start here. Again, you'll chain 7. You'll do your triple crochet cluster, chain 3, triple crochet cluster, chain 7, and then you'll keep repeating that over and over and over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now again, in the center of your flower, you're going to do your 2 triple crochets. So continue to do this all the way down your row, and when you get to the end, I'll show you how to finish your row. Okay, I just did my last, I did my 2 petals. Then I chained 7, and then I found my center chain of my V-stitch here, and I put my single crochet just like we did. And I'm at the very end of my row here where we have our beginning chain that we first started with, where we had to skip down 9. So to end this row, you're going to chain 5 after this single crochet. So we have our chain of 5, and we're going to skip 1 stitch, I mean 1 chain, and then the next chain you want to put a triple crochet to end your row. And that's what it looks like in row 2. Your first set of flowers is complete. Now since they're going to be, I'm fighting with my yarn here, since it's going to be you know, off center, the next one will have 3 flowers. I'm trying to show you, and my yarn fell off the table. Okay, so that was row 2. So for row 3, let me get a little closer again. Okay, so for row 3, we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. then turn. Now we're going to need to do another 5. It's going to be chain 10. So we chained 5, but now we need to do the other 5 that's going to start our cluster. So chain 5 more, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm holding my finger here to remind myself this is my chain 5 on my cluster, so I'm going to start my cluster here, the top of the previous chain 5. Remember, this is a half cluster because the beginning starts with 5 chains, so this is only going to be 2 triple crochets and a chain. And you'll only have 3 loops on your hook when you're done. Pull through all 3 loops. That's going to be your first side petal. You're going to do your flower right off the bat. So now we're going to be working in our chain 5 and our chain 7. You're going to be working one of your, like we did down here, you'll have full triple crochet cluster and a full triple crochet cluster that makes up the bottom 2 petals, and you're going to be putting one in the center of the chain 5 here and one in the center of the chain 7 here. So we're going to start off by yarning over twice, finding our center chain in our chain 5 to work our next full triple crochet cluster. Okay, 4 loops on my hook, pulling through all 4. Then yarn over, find the center chain of your 7, which is this one for me, and you start your second full triple crochet cluster here. Pull through all 4 loops. Then now we're going to make our second side one. So right from here, just like we did down below, you're going to be chaining 5. So 3, 4, and 5. And you're going to work your half triple crochet cluster in the top of that triple crochet cluster you just did. 3 loops on your hook. Pull through all 3 loops. And that's your first beginning flower here. Now we're going to be working our V-stitches, the triple crochet, chain 5 triple crochets. We're going to be working those in the center of the chain 3 that's in between the 2 top petals. Remember, before you did a full triple crochet cluster, chain 3, then a full triple crochet cluster, all worked in the center. This chain 3 is going to be where you're going to start working your V-stitches this row. So yarn over twice, find that center chain, and you'll work your full triple crochet, chain 3, then your full triple crochet. All worked in that same stitch. So this is going to be your repeat now. You'll be working your first half petal here right from your V-stitch. So you'll chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and work your first half triple crochet cluster here, just like you did before, giving you your first petal. Pull through all 3. Now again, that's our first petal. Now we're going to be using the center chains of these 2 chain 7s. So find the center, you'll put your first triple crochet cluster here, then your second triple crochet cluster there, and then right at the end of your triple crochet cluster, you'll make your last petal. And then you'll do your V-stitch again, worked in the chain 3. And you'll continue that all the way down your row, and I'll show you how you end this row 3. Okay, I'm getting to the end of my row here. I just did my first side petal and my first bottom petal in my chain 7. Now you have this big old chain here at the beginning. Remember, it's chain of 10, so you have your chain of 5 and then your next chain of 5. This chain of 5 here is the one you want to work with. So you can find your chain of 5 by counting backwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the chain 5 you want to work with. Find that center chain So 1, 2, and then this is my third chain. So if you just want to count 1, 2, and then find that third chain, that's where you'll be working your triple crochet cluster. So 1, 2 in this third chain here. I'm going to work my last triple crochet cluster. Okay, now right from here again we're going to work our half triple crochet cluster on the top of our petal. Okay, now we got all our petals taken care of. Now you want to put your triple crochet to end the round in the top of your chain 5. So again, find this bottom of your chain and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or you can skip 2, 1, 2, and then the next chain, and that's where you'll put your ending stitch, and that will end row 3. And I try to do my chain a little looser, and it seems to be working a lot better. That, or you can just use one hook size bigger than what you're using for your main project. So if you're using a 5mm hook, you'd use a 6mm hook just to begin the chain, if you have difficulty in chaining loosely. Okay, so for row 4, you're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then turn. And now we're going to be working our 2 full triple crochet clusters in the center of our flower. So yarning over twice, find that center hole of the flower. You'll be working your triple crochet cluster. And remember, in these two top triple crochet clusters, you'll always want to chain 3 in between the 2 petals, because you'll be using that chain 3 next row. So I did my first top petal, chain 3, then work your second top petal. Whoops, I messed up there somehow. Try this again. Oh, I got my 3. Okay, pull through all 4 loops. And then after this, you will chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now again, we'll want to find the V-stitches where we have the chain 5, and you'll single crochet in the center of the chain 5. And then you'll chain 7 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then again you'll move over here to your next flower and do your next triple crochet cluster, chain 3, then your next triple crochet cluster. Then again you'll chain 7 and single crochet in the center of your chain 5, then chain 7, and then you'll just continue the pattern all the way down your row. And when you get to the end of your row, I will show you how to end it. Okay. At the end of row 4, when you've just finished the last petals of your flower, all you want to do is chain 1, find the top of your chain 5, which is really easy to spot because basically your side petals coming out of it. So just find this chain right beside it and put a triple crochet to end your row 4. Now row 5 is basically your first row here, because again you're doing 2 rows that are like these and then 2 rows that are like these, but because you'll be going into different stitches than obviously just the chain, I'm going to go ahead and take you through row 5 as well. So we're going to begin by chaining 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then turn. And you're going to be working your V-stitch inside again that center chain 3 here that's in between your 2 top petals. So you'll do 1 full triple crochet, chain 3, and 1 full triple crochet to get your V-stitch going. Then again, right from your V-stitch, just like we've done this whole time, you'll chain 5 and work your half triple crochet cluster from there, giving us our first side petal. And then we want to move over to, okay, so now we're going to be working in our 2 chain 7. You're going to put a full triple crochet cluster here and a full triple crochet cluster there, and then right from that cluster, triple crochet cluster, you'll do your next half triple crochet cluster to complete your, just like you always do at the bottom of your. So this looks complicated, but it's really not. It's a lot of repeating. It's just you need to know when to do stuff and where to put it. But it's not so difficult because it repeats pretty much the same pattern. So I did my first set of triple crochet cluster for my bottom petal, and I'm going to do my other one real quick over here. My second one here. Then I'll chain 5, do my half triple crochet cluster here to do my next side petal. And then again, you're going to find your V-stitch here, your chain of 3 in between your 2 top petals to put your V-stitch. So we'll do a triple crochet, chain 5, triple crochet, all worked in the same chain. Then again, you'll do a chain of 5 to do your first side petal, your half triple crochet, continue down the row, and I'll show you how to end your row. Okay, after you've done your last V-stitch in the top of your flower, you want to chain 1, and then you'll find the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so basically you just skip 1 and put it in the top of the next, because that's the top of your chain 5. So basically skip 1 chain, and then the next one will be where you'll put your triple crochet to end your row. And that will be your repeat. You'll repeat rows 2 through 5 over and over and over again until you've reached your desired size. So that's it. This has been the tutorial that shows you how to make this lacy flower stitch. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, please don't forget to hit like and share this video. It helps me out so much. As always, there's a written pattern on my site. Just click the link and you'll be able to find it. Also, you can find the link to the graph if you want to follow along with that as well. If you haven't checked me out on my social media, you can find all the links down there below as well. And I have a group on Facebook called Crochet for the Masses. We'd love to have you. If you crochet and you like to share what projects you've made, feel free to join us there. So that's it. Thank you so very much for watching.